Welcome back, everybody. We're out here on the field today trying to get a project wrapped up before the building crews move in and start assembling the new shed. I've just got the materials all covered up. It's rained out here every day since last Friday when they were delivered, and I know it really doesn't hurt lumber to get rained on, but Senior was a sawmiller for all those years that I was growing up, and it was drilled into my old noggin years and years ago that once you turn that log into a board, rain does not touch it after that. Old habits die hard. So on to the project we have going on just back behind you. It ties in with a viewer question that was left under the building materials delivery episode. Almost had it. Super MAZ007 says, I see there are some dead aspen or popple trees in one corner. Any idea what happened to them? Well, up until yesterday, they used to all be right here, but I cut them out. Thankfully, though, I had the camera out here 2 days ago before they were completely gone and recorded this. Because this wasn't a very good patch of trees, and that storm we had 2 winters ago really caused a lot of damage, like that broken off hanger that's up in there, or the one on the corner right here. Top is gone completely. Not a lot in here worth saving other than the hardwoods. We've got a really nice red oak right there we're going to save, a couple of bur oaks further back in there, excellent oak right here on the corner. Everything else coming out of there. So that's actually what this whole corner looked like right here before I opened it up to be able to mow it. And those little small popple trees were so thick this far out, I didn't even know this bur oak was in amongst them until I cut back into it and I decided to save this one. So he's doing pretty good. So you can see how we turned it into a nice mowable surface here. We're just pushing the footprint on back. So the popples all went. I leave these stumps high like this so that I can take the backhoe, get a little bit of leverage on that small root ball, kind of peel it down to the ground, and then it pops right out. Looks kind of funny, but that's the reason for that. I don't know if this really skinny red oak is going to remain standing on its own. Now that I took the surrounding popples out, that was a lot of its support and its shield from the wind. If it lays flat, we'll just take this out of here too, but I'm giving it a chance. But I think I'm about done with my land clearing for the summer because I'm almost out of burn pile space back here in the hollow. This has been accumulating ever since early this spring. So we'll have a good old pile to get rid of here come winter time. So now that we have all of the unwanted trees out of here, the next step is to brush mow the whole thing. That exposes the lay of the land a little bit better, helps you find the rocks you're going to need to grub out. You can get at the stumps with making less of a mess. And it's the next step in turning something that looks like this into something that looks like this. And for that, I use this Walk Behind DR Premier 26 model field and brush mower. I bought this early last summer, so this is the second year that I've been using it, and I've had excellent luck with it. It's self-propelled, 3 forward speeds, a neutral position, and a reverse. Depress this lever right here, that is your traction drive, so as long as you have that held down, it will move itself. You release it, it stops moving. This is blade engagement over here, little safety lock button, and the blades only run as long as that is depressed. Let it go, the blade stops turning. It's got a big old beefy blade under it. It's a miniature brush hog. That's what it is. There we go. And been very impressed with this. It has chewed down a lot of overgrowth and brush for me. And I actually got this one, I bought it brand new, but I got it on a deal. Something had happened to it. It suffered some damage. I don't know if it fell off a truck or got ran into with a forklift, but I got it about half price. And I'm like, I can fix things. I can even make new pieces for it, repower it if I have to, no problem. So yeah, this panel, you can kind of see a little bit of a crease right there. That was folded in pretty good, so I took the whole panel off, flattened it out, bolted it back on. The handlebars were kind of wonky and uneven. I loosened everything and got it all straightened back out. This bracket right here was bent and is still bent. It should be straight like that one. I figured, yeah, that's good enough to go. There's something else wrong with it too, but honestly, once I kind of straightened everything back out, this thing is run like a champ. It's giving me no problems at all. I guess my only complaint about it, I would like if it had a larger fuel tank. You get about 20 minutes runtime on this before you need to stop and top up. Aside from that, no complaints whatsoever. So let's put it to work. there it is, everybody. We mowed everything that we could get. The stuff that we couldn't reach that's close in around the stumps, that will get grubbed out with the backhoe. So we're about ready to really start the final phase of clearing in here. And of course, we find high spots like that. That'll be taken down. We find low spots. There's quite a low channel that cuts down through here. It's kind of nice for drainage. And lots of old rotten stumps. This was logged not long before I bought the property. There's a couple there, another old one right there. And this used to be rather open like we're returning it to. All of these small little popples that proliferated in here are like 10 years old or less. And of course, I've owned the property for longer than that. I can remember when this was wide open. It was a nice little patch. So the reason why they proliferated in here the way they did was the prior owner had some selective cut logging done out here just before I bought the property, and the loggers had one of their topping piles right behind me. And anywhere that you marshal a lot of popple trees, you will get a lot of regen coming back. They drop little buds, and it just seems like it happens that way. But it thins out up in here quite a lot more. That bush and those bushes, the mower could have taken them down easily, but I'm coming in here with the backhoe. It's going to be best to grub those out, get all those little stobs out of there. It's going to be better for when we start running the mower over. But this is kind of the last little swale that nothing really had a chance to creep in on yet, and it kind of gives you an idea kind of what this will look like after we finish clearing it and start mowing it. Kind of a nice little edge over here. We'll also have plenty of rocks to dig. There's one that luckily the mower just went right over the top of. We've got the bigger one right there on the surface. I'll have to move a couple more up here. One's in this depression, so I'm pretty sure I can take some topsoil from the pile, cover over that. This one I think is probably gonna be quite large. It's an iceberg. We're just seeing the very tip. Might be easier just to leave those right where they are. Another rock right there. We'll find plenty more, but it's gonna be some work still. But standing here, it'll even out both sides of the road a lot better, because it was quite tight along the road along this edge. And it's going to be a rather shaded area, yet open. We've got several very nice shade trees in here that we'll be able to keep. So looking forward to being able to keep up with this side as well. So, all right, we've got a few hours of daylight left, so I think I'm gonna go get the backhoe. We're gonna start grubbing some stumps here yet this afternoon. So DR Trimmer Mower did everything that I asked of it once again. That thing's been a really great machine. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you all back next time.